Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at what messages you need to receive for the next 45 days. And as always, you have 3 piles in front of you. So when it comes to picking the pile, you can definitely take your pick. And if you are not able to make a choice based on the feathers or the imagery in front of you, you can absolutely use one of these plates. Take your time when it comes to selecting your pile, and then we start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, these are the messages that you need to receive for the next 45 days. Now, let me tell you firstly, pile 1, the blessing that is coming into your life is a blessing of protection. This is protection on you, this is protection on your work, and this is protection on your resources. Okay, so if there is somebody out here who's worried about something, there is no need to worry because you are clearly under protection. And from your moonology, the messages that you need to release negativity. So if you have developed a tendency to think negative, to expect negative outcomes, it is important that you release that. Okay, any doubts, any fears that you're holding on to, releasing that is very important for the next 45 days, and then shift your mindset towards the positive. Yeah, so you have to welcome the new is a message that is coming forth. We will take your tarot. You have King of Pentacles, you have 4 of Wands, the Moon. Okay, your world. Clearly the message of releasing the negativity really makes sense, because what is happening, this is almost like the end of a cycle, and a very successful end of a cycle. So when a cycle is ending and a new one is about to take its place, you clearly have to release anything that you're holding on to that will not belong in the new phase. Yeah, this is definitely a very successful completion. So for all of my friends who've been working on some kind of project, for all of my friends who've working on some kind of an examination, you may complete it and really pass with flying colors. Travel and extensive travel is also possible for you. Of course, this could be intercity travel, or for a couple of you, travel overseas as well. There is an aspect of movement here that is very, very strong, and successful movement at that. Because I believe now is a time that you're going to be getting some kind of recognition when it comes to your life. Your work is going to be recognized, your efforts are going to be recognized, and people around you will now sit back and be like, okay, this person has done something different. Along with that, there is a good news coming in when it comes to your family and your friend circle. Very likely you are going to be celebrating maybe the birth of a child, the engagement, somebody's birthday, anniversary, but there is a celebration coming forth when it comes to your life. Yeah, but a little bit of aspect there is also when it comes to your emotions. Emotionally, a little bit of fluctuation may continue. So some days you're going to be feeling like you're on top of the world, and on some days you're going to be like, oh, things are not really going great. But when that happens, you have to ensure that you're holding some kind of balance when it comes to your life. See what is happening, because one phase is over and the next is coming in, you're still holding on to that negative phase. Yeah, and because of which that fluctuation is happening. So your orientation has to be firmly towards the present and the future, and never towards the past. Because the past is clearly over and the new is better here. Very likely you're going to be making a lot of choices relating to your security, relating to money. So maybe investing money, investing in property, investing in maybe something related to security, maybe land or car or a house is on the cards for you. But money, I see, is strong. But even though money is strong, your worry related to money is continuing. So this really tells me that you're holding on to some kind of negative money beliefs when it comes to your life. Okay, so basically the change has to happen from your beliefs is what I'm seeing here. But overall I see prosperity, overall I see growth, and overall I see a beautiful time coming into your life. Yes, the aspect is on purity. So once again, what you have to do is you have to examine your heart and you have to examine your emotions. So are you holding on to some kind of negative beliefs about your life and the people in your life? Are you holding on to grudges? Are you holding on to, resentments? Is something you have to ask yourself over the next 45-day period. Because the release has to happen from within, is what I'm saying here. So when your life becomes a blank canvas, then the colors of your life will be very, very beautifully visible. So inward journey is what you're very likely to take over the next 45 days. Now, there is also a stress on healing. Physical healing, mental healing, and emotional healing. So once again, for my friends who have not been doing well when it comes to your health, going to a physician for advice, or taking like a consultation may really help you. Or in certain cases, just making sure that you're giving calmness to your restless mind. It starts there for you. So when you start there, the rest of the things, the healing process will actually be really, really beautiful for you. Now, there is also an emphasis on your parents. Okay, your relationship with parents. So maybe you have to make sure that your relationships heal. Or if your parents yourself, then how are you parenting your children? What kind of belief systems do you want to give to your children are going to be important for you. But either being a parent or your relationship with your parents are going to be very important. And most of all, there is an aspect of surrender here. So you have to ask yourself, am I trying to control something that is absolutely not in my realm of control? And if you feel like there is something out there that is on these lines, you have to release it and surrender what you cannot really do anything about and take the lead. So remember, when it comes to your life, you cannot be a follower anymore. So if you were expecting, okay, maybe people will do something and then I'll be the one going in and doing the rest, it won't happen. If you want to do something, do it yourself. If you want to do something successfully, take charge. That is very important for you. Don't be a follower, be a leader, very, very clearly. I'll also give you your tea leaf cards to see what other messages are coming in. Marriage, okay. Now, of course, for a couple of you, yes, there is a possibility of marriage. Maybe if you are having a possibility of getting married, that is also there for you, getting like a proposal coming your way. Or of course, this could be the marriage of maybe a friend or a family member. A distant friend is thinking of you. So maybe somebody who lives at a slight distance from you is actually thinking of you. And yeah, maybe call them up. A secret admirer. Now clearly, let me tell you this, pile 1, you're very admired. Now if this person is actually telling you that they admire you or not, that is definitely depending on circumstance to circumstance and people to people, but you're admired, that is for sure. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So as I mentioned, travel is possible for you, but maybe this can be an inward journey too, but nevertheless, this journey is leaving you wiser at the end. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goal. So right now, wherever you are, if you want to achieve success that is outstanding, your efforts in the current moment need to increase. Yeah, so increase your efforts. And great happiness. Great happiness after a time of effort is what I'm seeing here, but nevertheless, happiness is coming your way. And wealth. Yes, money is going to be really, really good. Of course, expenditures on the rise, but there is nothing to worry about. But what is going to happen is, even though nothing to worry about, you're still going to worry about it. So once again, with your emotional fluctuations, you have to take care of it, and good luck. So once again, with Saturn energy coming through very strongly, so people getting out of Saturn, you're going to be getting really, really lucky. And beware of great pride. So my friends, if you have achieved a great deal in life, or if you're continuing to achieve a great deal, then please keep a check on your pride, because the moment a person holds pride about something, those things are somehow reduced in their importance, and that person loses respect. So don't do that. Okay, beware of great pride. I'll give you messages from Baba. Humility. Yes, once again, with the great pride message, you have to make sure that you're humble, and especially humble in devotion. See, sometimes what happens, when it comes to spirituality, if you're making progress, that builds ego too. Remember this, ego and spirituality do not go together, so humility is absolutely important. And solution. So if there is some kind of problem that you're facing in your life, remember firstly, this has a lot to do with your own mindset. So when you control your mind, automatically your life will get much more better. But there is a solution at hand. And telepathy. Now, Baba cannot communicate with you directly, so sometimes he sends sign for you, and sometimes those signs are maybe through a song on the radio, you read something or somebody tells you something, but clearly Baba is trying to communicate with you. Absolutely. See, remember this, your mind is very, very powerful, but sometimes you do not know how to control it. And learning to control your mind is the very, very first important thing to do when it comes to the journey of life. So do that, okay? Control your mind, and if you cannot control it, surrender it to Baba and have Baba control it for you. But overall, these are the messages that are important for you for the next 45 days. And as always, as I wrap this up, I'm going to be leaving you with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 2, these are the messages that you need to receive for the next 45 days. And first of all, the biggest blessing that is coming into your life, pile 2, is a blessing on your intuition. So when it comes to making any decisions, when it comes to understanding people and circumstances, your intuition will not let you down. So remember to follow it. Okay, and once again, you have to make sure that you're focusing on your spiritual life, because see, the more you focus on your spiritual life, the more strong your intuition becomes. So those things are very interrelated. Okay, so take care of one so that the other can prosper. And interestingly for you, pile 2, this is a time of healing, and I mentioned this once again, especially the eclipses and the period between them. If that has not been going good for you, that is going to be changing. So now is in fact going to be a time of great relief for you. Mental relief more than anything else is what is coming through. Let's take a look at your tarot. 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Ace of Wands, 10 of Wands, and you have Queen of Cups. Now let me tell you this, pile 2, there is a beautiful emotional balance coming when it comes to your life. Okay, see, what is going to be happening is, of course, you are emotional people. The decisions that you take are always very emotional in nature, but in this case, over the next 45 days, your emotions become your strength, is what I'm getting here. Of course, you are going to be taking part in taking care of other people, taking care of their needs, and making sure that people around you are okay as much as you are okay. Yeah, so taking part in charitable activities, donation is very much there for you. And remember this, especially over the next 45 days, that caring nature of yours is actually, contributing to your healing purposes. Because for the next 45 days, your relationships are on the forefront. Connecting with people, connecting with friends, connecting with your family, your loved ones, and your relationships transforming as a result of that is very likely. So especially if your emotions have been like getting the best of you, or maybe your relationships have been less than ideal, that is going to be changing. Domestic harmony is very, very likely for you. And along with that, a wish fulfillment is very likely. Once again, you may end up receiving something that you've always wanted, or the days are going to be such that you're going to be feeling like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted for myself. Yeah? And being at peace with yourself, being at comfort with your situation is also what is coming forth. Because once again, what is happening, your mind is heading in a new direction. There is a renewed passion coming into your life. It's almost like you want to live again, and you want to live a beautiful life at that. You're going to be having new ideas. You're going to be having greater amount of energy levels is also coming through. But once again, your energy levels are really great, but your responsibilities are a lot too. And these are self-imposed responsibilities, okay? It's like you don't really have to do something, but you're taking it on yourself. Yeah, so once again, remember this, you don't have to carry all the burdens on yourself, and should you feel like it, you can ask for help. That help sometimes that you don't want and you don't ask for. So if you ask for it, remember that is going to be available, but your responsibilities are clearly a great deal. And interestingly, the focus is on communication, and remember, Mercury is in retrograde. So when it comes to conveying something, when it comes to talking, you have to make sure that you're doing things right. So whenever you're dealing with some kind of documentation, check and recheck it 100 times. When it comes to writing your emails, make sure you check it and recheck it. Once again, your physical papers, take care of it. Yeah, but your communication is important, and make sure you're not indulging in any kind of, verbal sort of a battle with somebody. Because once again, you may end up saying something and hurt another person for no reason but because Mercury is retrograde. And remember, you're going to be getting much more freedom now. Maybe you're going to be getting some extra time on your hands, or you're actually mentally free to live your life in a way that you want to. See, pile 2, there is one thing I always know. For you, the greatest suffering is always beginning from your mind. And when your mind is released from those burdens, automatically you start to feel better. But that's there. Now, interestingly, you are going to be getting in touch with people from a past a great deal. So this could be friends, this could be people that you really valued and you really cherished. But people who made you feel like home. People who made you really feel like you belong. Memories of the past, people from the past coming back together in your life, very likely. But you are going to be really, getting to sort of experience the beauty of relationships once again, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, once again you have a wish fulfillment card. So financially as well, I feel like you're entering a better period, much better than it was in the past. And it will keep getting better for you. Yeah, because the hard times almost are, on their way out, is what I'm sensing here. But wishes fulfilled clearly. But even though things are going in your favor, remember you're just getting started. So when you're just getting started, be patient with yourself. Be patient with your progress. Yeah? Don't be like, oh, I want this level of success and I want it today. Success is already on its way in, but like all beautiful things in life and nature, things take time. Yeah? So you're blossoming, but have a little bit more patience. With your tea leaf cards, victory. Okay, clearly some success is coming your way, but there is victory at that. Okay, something is making you supremely happy. And interestingly, if you feel like there are certain negative forces in your life, or there are certain negative energy in your life, or people who are very negative in nature, remember you're protected from them. Yeah, and especially things that are not in your control. For example, evil eye or people who have ill intention towards you. You're protected from that. Yeah, so once again, that's a beautiful thing to happen. And recognition. Once again, wishes fulfilled. So you're definitely going to be recognized for your hard work, and you're going to be rewarded for it as well. Yeah, so good times coming for you, okay, especially materially. A change for the better. Yes, absolutely. Especially for all of my friends who've had a really hard time during the eclipse, change for the better is coming, and it will continue for the rest 45 days, okay? And solid foundation. So once again, success with effort. Remember this, you have to go back to your basics. Always, always, always for you, pile 2, the important things are your basics. Taking care of the little things when it comes to your life, okay? You take care of the little things, the big things take care of itself. It's always very simple for you. And climbing towards success. So once again, success is definitely coming towards you, and you're slowly but surely climbing towards it. I'll give you messages from Sai Baba. Let's see what Baba has to say. Abundance. You shall be blessed with abundance. So clearly, financially, things are looking really, really good for you. And of course, once you start climbing the ladder of success, financial steps are just the natural way forward. But remember, don't trust people easily. See, because what happened, these days, especially in the name of religion, people out there are just out to make money. Yeah, so remember, if somebody is like, like taking money and being like, oh, do this, do that, preferably stay away from them at least for the next 45 days. Yeah, rely on your intuition. See, your intuition is anyway getting stronger. Yeah, your intuition is supremely getting stronger, so instead rely on that. And compassion. So remember, once again, your karma is from your relationship. And if you want to get out of that relationship karma as well, you have to remember to be compassionate, especially to people who don't have as much as you do. Yeah, so help someone in need today. Give something to somebody who maybe has need for it. Clothes donation, excellent way. Yeah, and Baba's power transcends distance and boundaries, and he's always there for you. And as far as all of my devotees of Sai Baba are concerned, or any other ascended master for that matter, remember, even though you may be at a distance, it is your heart that connects, and it is your heart that gives you the desire that you want. So remember, if you feel like you're at a distance from some power you believe in, they reside with you. So whether you travel to them or not, then doesn't matter. Yeah, just close your mind and connect with them, and just know for sure that they are with you. Especially, I know this to be the case with Sai Baba. They are always with you. Just call on them or meditate on them. Enough already. Yeah, so these are the things that you have to really remember. But better days are in store. But your spiritual life, if you can really work on it, or even devote time to it every single day, your intuition will get stronger. And once your intuition gets stronger, you have absolutely no need to rely on anybody else. See, in the end, our intuition is the language of God. And once a person is in touch with the language of God, there is no need for any interpretation. Yeah, and honestly, I'll be really happy if there is someday somebody out there is like, I finally realized that I can talk to God myself, and I really don't need your messages. I'll be genuinely happy for you guys, because that is my intention when it comes to your life. That you get in touch with divine and you connect with the source yourself. Yeah, so do that, make an effort, and you'll really get those divine blessings. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, these are the messages that you need to receive for the next 45 days. And beautifully so. Pile 3. The blessing that is coming in your life is the blessing for a fresh start. You get to decide which direction you want to take your life. You get to have a blank slate once again and fill it with colors of your own liking. But remember this, you have to make sure that you're giving yourself this fresh start in some ways than not. Because it's almost like, you have to brush yourself of things that don't belong. This lady, she's carrying a broom. So ask yourself, what is it that I need to release from my mental state? Because once you complete that releasing aspect, immediately you'll get that sense of relief in your life is what is coming through. For some, of course, this could be a new start when it comes to your work, your relationships, or a new home when it comes to others. But clearly, this fresh start is on you. And we look at your tarot. 7 of Cups. Okay, Hierophant. Knight of Cups and 2 of Pentacles. Okay. See what is happening, it's like your life is taking you in an entirely different direction. A direction that you did not even anticipate or even feel like it'll ever happen for you. But that is happening. Mentally, a lot of things are changing for you. Emotionally, a lot of things are changing. In fact, it is almost like you're going to be becoming a new person. Yeah, and in fact, for a couple of you, your spiritual beliefs may also, get a sort of push is what I'm getting here. So maybe there is like a fresh start when it comes to, your belief system. What do you believe? The spiritual practices that you undertake. And this is happening somewhere because of the advice of somebody. With the blessings of somebody is also something that I'm seeing here. So remember this, whatever is happening in your life, it is divinely orchestrated, and it is orchestrated by 2 people. One is an ancestor who's passed away, and second is your guru. Yeah, these things are happening, okay? I did not intend this for to be a spiritual reading, but it is becoming that. Interestingly, the possibility that somebody may assist you in the next 45 days is also there. A religious advice, life advice, very, very likely when it comes to you. Now, in your life as well, you are going to be taking a time tested method. It's very likely you are going to be doing something that has always been done. Yeah, so walking a traditional path, walking a path that people 100 years before you have already walked, and that is benefiting you in certain cases. But also a lot of choices are on you, and these choices will be very, very significant at this point of time in your life, because remember, they're coming with a fresh start when it comes to you. Yeah, and you will be making these choices with two people. One is with the advice of somebody, and second is with your own intuition. Now, you are also likely to be very, very busy. So you probably have to juggle a lot of things. You have to juggle your work, you have to juggle your private life, you have to juggle yourself. Yeah, but also it's like you're going to be able to manage everything beautifully. You are like the jack of all trades and the master of all at the same time. Yeah, but once again, you may also find yourself weighing the pros and cons of certain situations, because first of all, your mindset is becoming very, very different. There is also this sense of getting some kind of a proposal from somebody. This can be a business proposal, this can be somebody wanting to be a friend or going out on a date. Marriage proposal, very likely. But there is somebody coming to you with a lot of love, with a lot of affection, is what I'm getting here. Your life is about to change a great deal, especially in the next 45 days. Be prepared. Yeah, and the greatest contributor to all of this is your spiritual life. Spiritual blessings are on you more than anything. And remember, you and your loved ones are safe. So if there's somebody out here who's sort of worried about the health of a loved one, who's worried about the security of you or a family member, remember, you people are safe. And nothing is actually going to harm you. Because anything that was supposed to harm you, it's on its way out. Because of, you now moving on to better times when it comes to life. But there is also a greater emphasis on wisdom. Maybe you're learning something, or maybe you're assimilating the information together. Now remember, if there is somebody out here who's working on a research project or who's working on examinations, work harder and work smarter. Yeah, because you have to focus not on just passing an examination, but on learning things for the rest of your life. So this is not about intelligence, this is about wisdom. Yeah, so how wise you are is what is going to be counting towards the greater good. And moderation. Remember this, in your life right now, nothing extreme is good. So even if you're studying, even if you're working, occasional breaks are mandatory for you. If you are on some kind of diet, moderation there is also important. And even when it comes to eating habits, moderation is important. Nothing excess. Yeah, everything in balance. That is really crucial. And you are sort of transforming as a person beautifully, because what is happening right now, you almost have the best of both worlds. Your mind and your emotions are working together in harmony to help you become the person that you want to be in this lifetime. Yeah, so once again, this speaks to be about moderation too. You are balancing things beautifully. It's beautiful and well deserved reward. So clearly, maybe something good is coming your way, maybe an examination passed or a job that you're really, really hoping to get. But this is well deserved. You've worked really, really hard, pile 3. I can tell you this. And now you get to reap the fruits of your labor and pride. Okay. Now, once again, remember this. You have to love yourself. You have to honor yourself. You have to respect yourself. But then make sure that that honor and respect is not moving towards pride. So if there's something that you have to surrender, it has to be your pride and your ego. And most importantly, you have to listen. Listen to advice, listen to words of wisdom, very important. And you will be playing a different role. So once again, with the fresh start is coming, you'll be doing something different, playing a different role, very likely. And great fortune. Yes. So once again, with the fresh start that is coming, that is giving you great fortune. I love it. And someone is behaving stupidly. See, remember this, there is always going to be somebody when things are going good that they behave stupidly. But remember this, you are the wise person. So if somebody is behaving stupidly, you just have to recognize that that stupidity is present. Yeah, because you are wise, right? So please make sure you are, taking care of yourself, and news is on the way. So once again, if somebody was waiting for some kind of letter, visa letter, a letter from university or a letter from, an organization, very likely it is going to be coming. Use your intuition. So if you want to make certain changes when it comes to life, remember, spiritually you guys are transforming a great deal, and because you're spiritually transforming, your intuition needs to be, excised a lot more. Yeah, so when it comes to making any changes, use your intuition and stepping into a new experience. I love it when this happens. Once again, the very first message was a fresh start is coming. Yeah, so it's like, you are entering into a newer phase when it comes to your life, and dealing a relationship with a woman. Yeah, so clearly your relationship with a woman are going to be very, very important, and I see this as an older woman. Okay, older when it comes to you in terms of age group, and great passion. So towards your life as well, you're going to be feeling a lot more passion than usual. Money or property through inheritance, winning or windfall. So when it comes to your money area as well, if somebody was having some kind of trouble, maybe money was not enough, or not enough to meet your needs, that is going to be changing because a lot of more money is now coming in. Let's look at what messages Baba has to share with you when it comes to your life. Spiritual teacher. Once again, remember I was telling you a lot of spiritual blessings are coming your way, and once again, for a couple of you could sort of go to meet your spiritual teacher, or meet a person who could then become a spiritual teacher for you. And remember to follow their wisdom, to follow their guidance. Yeah, because remember, when it comes to spiritual teachers, if you follow them or whatever they are saying, it'll benefit you. Because when it comes to spiritual teachers, they are usually people who've taken care of their ego, and they operate out of an egoless space to listen to them. Yeah, because if you listen to them, very likely you will get the rewards that you did not even expect when it comes to your life. And treat people equally, treat people with respect. So it starts with very basic, it starts from the way you talk. Yeah, so when you're talking, do you sound rude sometimes? Do you sound like a know-it-all? Or when you speak, does the other person feel respected? These are basic questions that you have to ask yourself. Yeah, and if you change that about yourself, your life could change dramatically and miracle. So basically, the fresh start you are getting, that in itself is a miracle. And this miracle is coming because of your spiritual life, nothing else. Whatever you've done spiritually, it has worked miracles already. And you can see it in your life. It's not like something all of a sudden is going to happen. It is visible. Now, whether you understand that is miracles or not is entirely different. But bountifulness, financially, you will be given what you need. Okay, you'll be given what you need. Always just have faith and crush negativity. So for my dear friends who still have negative thoughts, negative belief systems, or sometimes even when things are going good, you feel like things are not great, shift your mindset. If your mindset in itself has negativity in it, your life could be beautiful, but you'll only see the negative. So crush that negativity in its bud and focus on the positive in itself. Because clearly, from the standpoint that I'm seeing, your life is blessed, but sometimes you don't see it. Yeah, so learn to see it that way, and you'll only see beauty. When it comes to your life, you have to change the way you see it, your eyesight. Yeah, so change that, and you'll be able to change your life. Those are the messages that you need to receive when it comes to your life. See what I'm finding here, life is giving you a fresh start. But whether you allow life to give you a fresh start depends on you, and how you deal effectively with your own mind. Yeah, overall, those are the messages for you. And as I wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you Bye.